Satchel Paige, Striking Out Jim Crow, 2007, is a graphic novel crafted for young adult readers, penned by American author James Sturm and brought to life through the illustrations of Rich Tommaso. Set against the backdrop of the Jim Crow era, the narrative revolves around Emmett Wilson, a black sharecropper and former baseball player. As he grapples with the relentless oppression he faces while striving to provide for his son, Emmett Jr. The tale is framed by two pivotal encounters with the legendary black pitcher, Satchel Paige. In his younger days as a batter in the Negro Leagues, Wilson managed to score a run against Paige, a moment that also marked the end of his own baseball career due to a career-ending injury. Later, Wilson introduces his son to Paige as they witness the pitcher's remarkable feat of outshining an all-white baseball team. Through the lens of Wilson's life, Sturm skillfully captures Paige's remarkable achievements while offering younger readers a glimpse into the challenging realities of the Jim Crow era. Rich Tommaso's artistic talents were duly recognized with an Eisner Award for his exceptional illustrations. The book opens with a comprehensive introduction that sheds light on the color bar in baseball and the emergence of the all-black Negro Leagues as a response to racial segregation. The narrative proper commences as Emmett Wilson, our narrator, steps onto the field as a rookie batter in the Negro Leagues, unaware that this game will mark the conclusion of his playing career. In an unexpected turn of events, Wilson faces off against the legendary pitcher, Satchel Paige, who has already earned a reputation as a black baseball icon, despite being denied the opportunity to play in the major leagues. To his own astonishment, Wilson manages to secure a run during his at-bat. However, this triumph comes at the cost of a devastating knee injury that seals Wilson's fate as a retired player. Left with limited alternatives, Wilson turns to sharecropping, working the land owned by the affluent white Jennings twins. As the narrative unfolds, readers, alongside Wilson, gain insights into the intricacies of the sharecropping system. In this system, black farmers lease land from white landowners and pay their rent with a portion of their crop yields, often leaving them with meager resources for their own sustenance. The Jennings brothers, oblivious to farming, condescend to their black tenant without offering any assistance. They also fail to prevent their livestock from trespassing on Wilson's crops, further exacerbating his struggles. Wilson harbors a fervent desire for a brighter future for his son, Emmett Jr., and thus, he diligently sends the young boy to school. However, the Jennings twins adamantly urge him to keep Emmett at home, insisting that the boy's labor on the farm would boost crop yields. Despite the Jennings' persistent demands, Wilson remains resolute in his decision to prioritize Emmett's education. One fateful day, the Jennings catch Wilson toiling alone on the farm once more. In a cruel and brutal turn of events, they ambush young Emmett on his way home from school and subject him to a merciless beating. Faced with this stark injustice, Wilson feels powerless and constrained. In his own words, he reflects, "What else was I to do? Cry about my rights? Tell them I am being mistreated? You do that, and you die no different than Lucas Crutchfield." The somber illustration accompanying this narrative depicts the tragic fate of Lucas Crutchfield, a haunting silhouette of a man hanging from a noose. Through Wilson and Emmett's daily struggles marked by threats, violence, and systemic injustice, the story vividly portrays the harsh reality that Jim Crow was not just a legal framework, but a deeply entrenched social institution. These injustices unfolded within tight-knit communities where people were intimately familiar with one another. The racial divide in their town becomes increasingly pronounced and fraught with tension. It is within this tumultuous environment that the significance of Satchel Paige emerges. Wilson's admiration for Paige shines through as he narrates the pitcher's remarkable baseball career and distinctive pitching style. He highlights Paige's exceptional control and the diverse array of techniques he employed to bewilder opposing batters. Readers learn that Paige was among the trailblazing black players who shattered the color barrier, even though he was already in his 40s at the time, making him the oldest rookie in Major League Baseball history. Given the backdrop of Wilson's own struggles, it's no wonder that he finds Paige's achievements awe-inspiring, particularly as Paige holds the distinction of being the highest-paid athlete globally during that period. Even the Jennings twins and other white neighbors in town cannot help but respect Satchel Paige's exceptional pitching prowess. The entire town is abuzz with excitement when it is announced that Paige's team will face off against the local all-white team, the Tukwila All-Stars, on their home turf. Both Jennings brothers are members of this team, adding an extra layer of intrigue to the impending matchup. In the stands, Wilson and his son eagerly anticipate the possibility of witnessing the great black player humiliate their local all-white team. Initially, Satchel Paige remains on the sidelines, and the game unfolds as a closely contested and tension-filled affair. However, it becomes apparent that Paige is biding his time, allowing the tension to mount. When Paige finally takes to the pitcher's mound, his performance is nothing short of spectacular. He proceeds to strike out batter after batter, including both of the Jennings brothers. His masterful display of skill elicits an overwhelming outpouring of support and admiration from spectators, regardless of their racial backgrounds. For Wilson, this pivotal moment serves as a profound revelation. He begins to overcome his lingering bitterness and decides to share the story of his own baseball career with Emmett. Through this narrative, Wilson imparts a valuable lesson, that Emmett still possesses a world of opportunities in his life. As a heartfelt token of this newfound perspective, Wilson presents Emmett with a baseball, a cherished gift from Paige himself following their initial encounter. Wilson expresses the hope that this baseball will serve as a constant reminder of the potential that lies within Emmett. Rich Tommaso's illustrations in the book employ a subdued palette characterized by sepia tones, evoking the simple and nostalgic style of 1940s illustrations. Each character is depicted individually, with a particular focus on Paige, who is portrayed from a distance as he commands the pitcher's mound. In addition to its captivating narrative, the book includes discussion topics suitable for both home and classroom settings, fostering meaningful conversations and reflection. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you did, and be sure to subscribe. Thank you.